Hello, today we're going to continue talking about line of best fit. We're going to start in the law the same ways we have been, with entering our table into Desmos, then entering in the regression equation y1 tilde mx1 plus b, and from there Desmos will give you r value, m, and b, and make that line of best fit appear on our graph. What we're going to add on today is also writing the line of best fit equation using the m and b from Desmos, which I'll walk you through. We're also going to still talk about describing the correlation as strong, moderate, or weak, and positive, negative, or no correlation. And the other new thing today is we're going to use that line of best fit equation to predict values. Instead of going to the graph and finding things and kind of estimating, we're going to use the equation to find values more exactly. So in this problem, we have the height and weight of several adults. Height is our x since it's in the left column. Height's being measured in feet. Weight is our y since it's in the right column, and that's being measured in pounds. So in order to be able to do any of this, we need to put this table in Desmos. So hit that plus sign, hit table, and start entering in your values. Make sure you don't get any typos in there. That's pretty much the only way you can mess this part up. Here comes the y values. Oops. And then quickly before going on, double check and make sure you have all of the right values in there. Okay, once your table looks good, let's type in our regression quote-unquote equation. y1 tilde or squiggle, hit your ABC button to get to that, mx1 plus b. And then, as always, we have a line that now shows up, and Desmos gives us some numbers to work with. Something I like to do just so I kind of get a better context for the problem is I like to adjust my screen so that way I can see all of the dots. And look how nicely that line is very, very, very close to our points. That's exactly what we should have going on here. So we've taken care of part A, which is putting the table into Desmos and getting our values, the R value, the M, and the B to pop up. Here's where we come into things that are new to us. What is the line of best fit equation? So anytime they're asking us to write a line of best fit equation, we're going to write this in y equals mx plus b form, but we are going to use m and b from Desmos. So it starts with y equals as usual. My m is my m from Desmos. You can keep all of the digits if you'd like to, or you can round it to the nearest hundredth or 2 decimal places. So I'm going to say 47.39 for my m when I round it. X goes after m, plus my b, but my b is negative, so it's actually like a minus. If I round that to 2 decimal places, that's going to become negative 123.87. So this right here is my line of best fit equation. I've used the m and b that Desmos gave me. Next up is the r value. R value, we do keep all the decimal places. So r is going to be 0.9982, and that's straight from the r that Desmos gave us. Describing the correlation, we have a positive R value, so it's going to be positive for this part. 0.9982 is very, very, very close to 1, so it is a strong positive. And then now, instead of using the graph like we did in the last video to predict values, we're going to use the line of best fit equation. So we're going to use this equation that we wrote back here in blue to do some predictions. So letter E says use the line of best fit equation to predict the weight of a person who is 5.6 feet tall. So height was x, which means we are going to take this 5.6 and plug it in for x into our equation. So it's going to go right here. Y equals 47.39 stays the same. Parentheses, instead of x, we're going to do 5.6 minus 123.87. And this is going to be, what we can do from here is just type in everything after the equal sign in Desmos, and Desmos will do the math for us. So let's do that. And once again, we can round to 2 decimal places. When we do that, Desmos tells us that will be 141.51 if we round. 154.51 what is asking us to find the weight. Weight is being measured in pounds, so 141.51 pounds is our answer to part E. Part F also wants us to use our line of best fit equation, But in part F, they want us to predict the height of a person who weighs 200 pounds. They've given us a weight this time. Weight is a y value. So we're going to put this 200 in. We're going to put it into the y spot in our equation. So it's going to go here instead of y. So instead of y, 200 equals, and then the rest of the equation stays the same. From here, I need to solve this equation. We can use Desmos to help us, but we have to know what to tell Desmos to do. So to solve this, I need to start by adding 123.87 to both sides. And you can use Desmos to help you with this if you would like. We get 323.87 equals 47. That looks like a 97. Let me fix that. 47.39x. And then our last step to get x by itself is we need to divide both sides by 47.39. And I would definitely use Desmos to help me with that because dividing decimals can be a little crazy to do in your head. Once again, we can round that. When I round that to 2 decimal places, I get 6.83. So x equals 6.83, but 6.83 what? They want us to find the height. Height is being measured in feet. So this is a pretty tall person. This person is 6.83 tall, so close to 7 feet tall. That is it for today. So just to kind of recap, once you have the line of best fit equation, you can plug in given values to do some predictions without having to do some estimations from the graph. The thing that you need to be careful about is whether you need to plug your number into the x part of the equation or the y part of the equation. If you look at your table, you can easily tell which value is x and which value is y. Hope that's making sense. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a wonderful day.